Have you ever wondered how to get rich without anyone noticing? How to achieve financial freedom while still maintaining a peaceful life, free from the pressures of society? These secrets aren't widely known, and today I'm going to reveal some incredibly simple strategies that are so effective they will leave you astonished. They're not about flashy, attention-grabbing ways to get rich, but quiet, persistent, and smart methods. Let's dive into 12 hacks that will help you become wealthy without anyone noticing. You'll be amazed at the small but powerful changes you can make starting today. If you want to know how to do it, don't miss the next video. Together, we'll embark on a new journey, a journey toward success, but one that not everyone will see. Why is it like that? Why do some people have millions sitting quietly in their bank accounts, yet choose to live as unassumingly as any neighbor you've ever met? No flash, no luxury cars, no million-dollar villas on Instagram. Just an old Toyota, a modest little home, and a silence that almost feels strange. Have you ever wondered why the truly wealthy often look like? They have nothing? I used to live next door to someone like that. I called him Uncle Joe. Every morning, the roar of his bright red Ferrari pierced through the quiet like a siren. I made it. Look at me. But when the truth came out, people learned he was over $500,000 in debt. Credit cards, car loans, and a string of unprofitable real estate ventures. Behind that glamorous facade was a heart riddled with anxiety and sleepless nights. And then there was Susan, completely the opposite. She always sat quietly in the corner during neighborhood meetings. No designer bags, no expensive jewelry. Nobody paid much attention to her. But it turned out she owned 3 rental homes in another state, had built a solid stock portfolio over 20 years, and didn't owe a single dime. She didn't talk much, but the balance in her investment account spoke volumes. True wealth doesn't need to prove itself. That's when it finally hit me. Real wealth is quiet. It's the result of patience, discipline, and wise decisions, not luxury shopping sprees or picture-perfect posts fishing for likes. Warren Buffett, one of the richest men in the world, still lives in the same house he bought in 1958 for $31,500. No mansion, no bodyguards tailing him. And yet, he holds shares in dozens of massive companies like Coca-Cola, Apple, and Bank of America. His silence is the loud echo of a long-term strategy. And that's what I want to share with you today. If you're tired of chasing society's definition of success, if you feel like you're constantly trying to prove yourself through material things, maybe it's time for a different path. The 12 principles I'm about to share with you aren't hidden secrets. Wealthy people use them every single day. They're just often ignored because they don't shine. They're quiet, but powerfully effective. 1. The stealth wealth mindset, quiet riches. Once I realized that true wealth doesn't need a spotlight, I started paying attention to a principle many genuinely wealthy people live by. It's called stealth wealth. And I came to understand it's not just a preference. It's a lifestyle worth emulating. I used to think, like many others, that success had to be seen. I wore designer brands, checked in at upscale restaurants, and drove a car I had to finance over 60 months. But in the end, all I got was financial exhaustion and constant mental stress. The compliments faded, but the bills stuck around. I remember Sarah, a former friend who once spent recklessly just to impress colleagues and friends. She dropped thousands on trendy handbags, yet had no emergency fund when her car broke down. Everything changed when she made a different choice. Instead of spending to look wealthy, Sarah started investing in index funds and small rental properties. She cut back, cooked at home, and slowly learned how to let money work for her. 5 years later, Sarah wasn't living off credit cards anymore. She had over $250,000 in net worth and no longer feared her financial future. It sounds simple, but this transformation required more than cutting expenses. It was a complete mindset shift. Instead of chasing symbols of success, gold watches, or lavish vacations, I learned to redefine what it meant to be rich. Being rich isn't about what you can show off. It's about having freedom. Freedom to choose. Freedom to rest. And most importantly, freedom from needing anyone's approval. Another powerful example? Ronald Read, a janitor in Vermont who lived so modestly, No one ever suspected he'd leave behind over $8 million when he passed. He invested early, stayed quiet, and built wealth slowly and steadily through persistence and knowledge. When I began walking the path of quiet wealth, I felt lighter. No more racing anyone. No more carrying the weight of appearances. I didn't need to pretend to be someone else just to be accepted. Instead, I chose to build, quietly but surely. And that's what I want you to remember. Don't focus on the symbols of success. Focus on the assets that actually create freedom for you. Because in the end, the most peaceful person is the one who doesn't have to put on a show. 2. Automate your savings. The key to long-term stability. One thing I've learned from successful people is this: they never let money sit idle. Instead of wondering how to save, they automate everything, turning wealth building into a habit, not a decision. The concept is simple. Rather than manually moving money each month, just set up automatic transfers from your checking account into a savings or investment account. It seems small, but this one shift can completely transform how you manage money. Like I did, I set up $500 a month to move into an investment account. It didn't seem like much, but by year's end, I had $6,000 saved, and that was just the principal. Once compound interest kicked in, the results became exponential. In just 5 years, you could have a sizable sum without lifting a finger. A friend of mine, yes, Sarah again, changed her entire financial life just by automating her savings. She used to overspend just to keep up appearances. But once she started transferring $1,000 a month into her investment account, she accumulated $250,000 in 5 years, without stressing over every purchase. Don't just save, automate it. Let your wealth grow while you sleep. The important thing is not to see saving as merely cutting costs. You need to build an automated system that allows your assets to grow without requiring constant attention or worry. The real question isn't how much you can save. It's how much you can automatically save without feeling deprived. Look at successful entrepreneurs like Jeff Bezos, the founder of Amazon. He started with a simple online bookstore and reinvested the majority of his profits back into the company. One of the secrets behind his massive success lies in how deliberately he saved and reinvested, wisely, consistently, and without excess. Automating your savings not only strengthens your financial foundation, but also shields you from the regret of not having enough when it truly matters. When you do this patiently, slowly, and with intention, you'll realize your wealth is quietly growing, without the weight of short-term financial stress pulling you down. 3. Invest in assets. Avoid liabilities. The stable path to financial freedom when it comes to building wealth. One of the most powerful lessons I've ever learned is the difference between assets and liabilities. It's a principle echoed by nearly every successful investor I've met, and it completely transformed the way I view money. Assets are things that put money in your pocket. They can be real estate, stocks, businesses, anything that generates passive income. On the other hand, liabilities drain money from your pocket without giving lasting value. These could be luxury cars, expensive watches, or other status symbols that exist only to showcase a lifestyle. You've probably heard the story of Mike, a friend of mine. In his younger years, Mike believed that buying a flashy sports car would make him happy and prove he'd made it. But after reflecting on his priorities, he decided to invest that same money into a property instead of a brand new car. That decision changed his life. Not only did that property provide him with a steady stream of passive income each month, but its value appreciated over time. Instead of worrying about car payments, gas prices, or instant depreciation the moment he drove off the lot, Mike now earns $1,500 a month from that real estate investment. He's free from the stress of maintaining a status symbol, and instead enjoys the financial peace that only real assets can bring. Think of the wealthy people you know. They might not show off new cars or flashy watches, but they own the kinds of assets that grow in value and generate income. Elon Musk, founder of Tesla and SpaceX, is famously frugal when it comes to material things. He doesn't splurge on luxury. Instead, he pours his money into technology and innovation, into building something meaningful. That's how he built a multi-billion-dollar fortune, quietly and intentionally. Wealth isn't about spending to feel rich, it's about patiently building the kind of assets that make you truly free. If you want lasting financial independence, focus on acquiring income-producing assets rather than short-lived luxuries. For the power of compound interest, the eighth wonder of the world, you've likely heard the famous quote from Albert Einstein. Compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. He who understands it, earns it. He who doesn't, pays it. And I believe this is one of the most powerful concepts you can ever apply to build sustainable wealth. Compound interest is, at its core, interest earned on interest. It means you don't just earn returns on your initial investment. You also earn returns on the returns you've already made. And here's the beauty of it. You don't need a large amount to start. What matters is starting early and staying consistent. Imagine putting just $500 a month into a mutual fund or stock portfolio with an average annual return of 8%. After 1 year, you'll have invested $6,000, plus the gains from compounding. But the real magic happens when you stay the course. Month after month, you earn interest not only on your original investment, but on the accumulated gains. Your money starts working for you, and it doesn't stop. Take my longtime friend John, for example. He started investing right out of college, putting just $100 a month into a mutual fund. At first, the growth was modest. But after 5 years, thanks to compound interest, his portfolio had grown to over $50,000. And when he kept going, it doubled again in just a few short years. Or look at Warren Buffett. He built his empire not by chasing trends or hot stocks, but by letting compound interest do its quiet, relentless work. He reinvested every dollar he earned, letting time and consistency multiply his fortune. That's the secret. Not the amount of money you have, but your discipline to let it grow. Compound interest isn't just a financial tool. It's a long-term strategy to build wealth without burning yourself out. The earlier you start, and the more consistently you invest, the faster your assets will grow, quietly, powerfully over time. The most important step isn't knowing how. It's starting now. 5. Live below your means, the quiet secret to lasting wealth. Many people believe that wealth comes from earning an enormous income. But in truth, the foundation of financial freedom lies in a much simpler principle: living below your means. It's one of the most underrated yet powerful habits of truly wealthy individuals. Living below your means doesn't mean living in misery or denying yourself joy. It means valuing your future more than your present indulgences. Instead of spending every dollar you earn to keep up with appearances, you save and invest in things that create lasting value, things that will benefit your future self. You might be surprised to learn that Warren Buffett, one of the richest men in the world, still lives in the same modest house he bought in 1958. Despite his billions, he doesn't need a mansion or a fleet of luxury cars. Instead, he reinvests his excess wealth, allowing his assets to grow steadily over time. Buffett is living proof that simplicity and humility can lead to lasting prosperity. True wealth isn't about showing off. It's about security, freedom, peace of mind. If you want to build a life that lasts, don't aim to impress. Aim to grow. Another fascinating story is that of John D. Rockefeller, one of the most iconic businessmen in history. He began his career with barely anything, yet he consistently lived below his means, saved diligently, and invested with great care. It was this very habit that ultimately made him the richest man in the world at the time, amassing a fortune worth billions of dollars in today's terms. Now think about yourself for a moment. Are you spending too much on things you don't truly need? Items that bring only fleeting pleasure? Setting aside a portion of your income for savings and investments is the surest way to protect yourself from future financial hardship. Living below your means isn't about deprivation. It's a wise choice. It's about gaining control over your finances and ensuring you don't fall into financial instability. You don't have to live in scarcity, but you do need to learn how to manage money wisely to shield yourself from unforeseen challenges. Remember this: consistent saving and investing will give you financial security without ever needing to earn millions. By embracing a simpler lifestyle, You create room to reinvest in new opportunities and turn your money into wealth-generating assets. 6. Build multiple streams of income. Don't rely on a single job. One of the most critical steps toward achieving financial freedom is to avoid relying on a single source of income. In today's fast-paced world, everything can change in an instant. If you're dependent on just one job, you're vulnerable to factors beyond your control, like layoffs, economic downturns, or industry disruptions. Creating multiple income streams is how you protect yourself and build sustainable financial independence. Lisa, a successful web designer, is a perfect example of how powerful multiple income streams can be. Initially, she worked full-time at a design firm, but soon she launched her own website where she offered online courses in web design. The income from her website not only covered her living expenses, but also allowed her to invest in other projects. Today, Lisa doesn't just earn from her primary job. She also profits from investments and other business ventures. This approach is strikingly similar to that of high-profile entrepreneurs like Elon Musk. He doesn't rely solely on Tesla. His wealth is also tied to SpaceX, SolarCity, and numerous other ventures. Musk is a textbook case of income diversification. Had he put all his eggs in one basket, a setback in a single company could have been disastrous. But by investing in various industries, he's built a resilient financial empire. Creating multiple income sources not only reduces financial risk, it accelerates your wealth-building journey. You can start small, take on a side gig, open an online store, invest in real estate, or even launch a YouTube channel to share your expertise and passion. These side incomes can significantly supplement your finances, offering stability and enabling you to pursue larger investment opportunities. Moreover, diversifying your income can help you acquire new skills, expand your experience, and grow your professional network. For instance, a part-time job might expose you to skills you wouldn't learn in your main career, boosting your value and future opportunities. Start today. Don't wait until it's too late. Building multiple income streams is the key that unlocks financial freedom and puts you in control of your life. 7. Keep your finances private. Avoid flaunting wealth. Embrace peace. Another equally vital component to lasting wealth is financial discretion. Many people tend to flaunt their wealth with expensive items, lavish vacations, or luxury cars. But this kind of display rarely benefits anyone. In fact, it often attracts unwanted attention, creates pressure, and leaves you open to being taken advantage of. Keeping your financial situation private isn't just about not showing off how much you make or what you own. It's a way of maintaining peace and balance in your life. You've likely heard stories of wealthy individuals who live unassumingly. People don't even realize how rich they are until one day they quietly make a monumental impact. That's the mindset of truly wealthy individuals. Warren Buffett is a shining example of this principle. Despite being one of the richest people on the planet, he still lives in a modest home he bought in 1958, and he has no plans to move. He never brags about his fortune. He stays focused on his investments and financial strategies. His humble and low-profile lifestyle has helped him protect his assets and avoid the pitfalls of unnecessary attention. Maintaining financial privacy also strengthens your relationships. When you avoid alienating others by showing off, you steer clear of superficial connections and gain the respect of those around you. Plus, you avoid the scrutiny and jealousy that often come with conspicuous wealth, making life simpler and far less stressful. Don't let the temptation to show off derail your long-term financial goals. Instead, keep your focus on building wealth, staying humble, and investing in what truly matters. When no one knows how wealthy you are, you gain freedom. The freedom to focus entirely on your goals without distractions or external pressure. Keeping your finances private doesn't mean living poorly. It means managing your wealth wisely and discreetly, so that when you achieve something extraordinary, it comes naturally and securely. 8. Use windfalls wisely. Invest instead of splurging at times. Life hands us unexpected financial gifts, a bonus, a tax refund, or even an unanticipated gift from a loved one. Most people's first instinct is to spend it, buy something nice, treat themselves, or enjoy a little luxury. While there's nothing wrong with enjoying life, if your goal is to build long-term wealth, then learning to use windfalls wisely is a crucial strategy. These unexpected sums of money can be powerful tools if channeled into investments rather than short-term indulgences. Instead of letting a windfall disappear in a shopping spree or a weekend getaway, consider how that money could grow if invested wisely. It could go into a retirement account, help start a small business, fund real estate ventures, or contribute to stocks and ETFs that compound over time. Using windfalls as opportunities to accelerate your financial goals, not just reward yourself, can dramatically shift your financial trajectory. And the best part? You're not increasing your workload or taking on more hours. You're simply making smarter decisions with what you've been given. Smart decisions made in moments of surprise often determine who simply survives financially and who thrives. One of the most powerful examples of turning limited resources into lasting success is the story of John Paul DeJoria, the founder of globally recognized brands like Paul Mitchell and Patron Tequila. In the early days of his entrepreneurial journey, DeJoria faced serious financial hardship. But when he received a small bonus from his former employer, he didn't spend it on material things. Instead, he invested that modest amount into his own startup. That one decision became the foundation for a business empire that is now worth billions. Just like DeJoria, you can choose to invest unexpected windfalls into projects, investment funds, or assets that generate long-term returns. Suppose you receive a $5,000 bonus. Instead of spending it on unnecessary purchases, you could put it into an index fund or a piece of real estate. With a 10% annual return, that investment could grow to $116,000 in just 10 years, a far more impactful outcome than simply leaving the money in a basic savings account. More than that, choosing to invest unexpected income helps you resist the lure of instant gratification, a trap our society constantly encourages. Rather than letting that money disappear into things that don't truly matter, you can use it with intelligence and foresight. Bonuses and tax refunds aren't free money. They are opportunities, chances to build your financial future. Don't let surprise income become an excuse to lose focus on your long-term financial goals. Treat it instead as a cornerstone for your future stability. This mindset not only helps you grow your wealth, but also builds a financial foundation strong enough to support your most meaningful life goals. 9. Avoid lifestyle creep. Increase your income, not your spending. For many, earning more money is a major milestone. But one of the most common traps that follows a pay raise is what's known as lifestyle creep, the tendency to spend more as you earn more. It's when your expenses grow alongside your income, leaving you no richer in practice than you were before. Imagine receiving a 20% salary increase. It sounds like the perfect chance to improve your lifestyle. But if you start spending more on things you don't truly need, a new car, luxury vacations, unnecessary home upgrades, that extra income quickly vanishes. It's like walking outside with open hands and letting your money fly away without ever seeing the benefits. One striking example is Sarah, a friend of mine. She started with a modest salary at a marketing firm. A year later, she earned a raise that doubled her income. Overjoyed, Sarah began shopping more, traveling to expensive destinations, and even bought a new car. But after some time, she realized that despite her higher income, she wasn't making any real financial progress. Her lifestyle had expanded right alongside her income, leaving nothing extra to invest or save for the future. So how do you avoid lifestyle creep? The key lies in maintaining your current lifestyle, even as your income grows. This doesn't mean living in deprivation. It means prioritizing your spending and saving the rest. Take Warren Buffett, for example, one of the world's wealthiest investors. He still lives in the same house he bought in 1958, despite having billions at his disposal. Buffett's simple lifestyle reflects a deep financial discipline, a refusal to be distracted by material temptations just because he can afford them. This level-headedness is a major reason he's been able to accumulate wealth and keep reinvesting it into high-return opportunities. So when your paycheck increases, don't automatically upgrade your life. Ask yourself, do I really need this? Or am I trying to prove something? Keep your lifestyle steady, even as your income rises. That way, you can focus on building wealth and investing in your future rather than getting swept up in the cycle of impulsive spending. 10. Surround yourself with like-minded people. One of the most overlooked but essential parts of building lasting financial stability is the environment you choose to be in. Just as a plant won't thrive without healthy soil, your financial mindset won't flourish if you're constantly surrounded by the wrong influences. As you begin your financial journey, you'll quickly realize that your surroundings can shape how you view money, investment, and success. Regularly engaging with people who value smart investing, long-term planning, and disciplined spending can give you the encouragement and focus you need to stay on course. Think about Elon Musk, founder of Tesla and SpaceX. Musk built his empire not just on innovation, but by surrounding himself with people who shared his vision and drive. He understood that achieving great things requires a great team. He consistently sought out colleagues who were equally passionate, ambitious, and forward-thinking. Likewise, spending time with financially conscious people helps you avoid the distractions of a consumer-driven world. We all know how easy it is to be pulled off course by negative habits or toxic mindsets. But when you're in a positive environment, you grow stronger. You stay focused. You make better decisions. That's exactly what happened with Lisa, another friend of mine. She used to be indifferent about personal finance. But after attending a few investment groups and financial workshops, everything changed. Lisa began saving intentionally and investing wisely. She no longer spent impulsively. Instead, she focused on building income streams and investing in real estate, moves that brought her financial security and professional growth. Just like Lisa, when you connect with people who share your financial values, you gain priceless insights. These conversations teach you to think differently, make informed choices, and avoid common mistakes. Whether it's meetups, discussion forums, or workshops, engaging with a community that understands your goals will expand your vision and help you discover new opportunities. So don't hesitate to seek out environments that uplift and challenge you. Join investment groups, attend financial seminars, or simply connect with people who inspire you. These connections will keep your motivation alive and guide you toward the financial freedom you've been working for. 11. Mastering tax strategy. One of the key secrets the wealthy use to preserve and grow their fortune lies in understanding and leveraging tax strategies. They don't just focus on making money. They know how to keep it by minimizing unnecessary tax payments. To them, saving on taxes isn't a trivial matter. It's a vital part of their long-term financial blueprint. Warren Buffett, one of the greatest investors of all time, is a prime example. Despite being one of the wealthiest men in the world, he has lived in the same modest house since 1958 and has consistently employed intelligent tax strategies to protect his wealth. One of Buffett's core strategies includes making full use of IRAs, individual retirement accounts, and 401k plans, tools designed not only to reduce tax burdens, but also to boost long-term asset growth. When you learn to optimize your tax obligations, you can save thousands of dollars each year without paying a dime more than necessary. Take IRAs and 401ks as an example. These tools not only provide immediate tax relief, but also serve as powerful long-term investment vehicles. Both allow your investments to grow tax-deferred until you withdraw the funds in retirement. That means your money compounds over the years without being chipped away by annual taxes, fueling exponential growth. Beyond retirement accounts, the wealthy are also adept at utilizing legitimate tax deductions to ease financial pressure. Donald Trump is a notable figure who has drawn attention for how effectively he uses tax strategies to minimize what he pays the government. Though these strategies often spark controversy, they underscore a deeper truth. Knowing how to navigate the tax system can help you preserve your assets and maximize your financial return. The most important thing to realize is that nobody teaches us about taxes in school. For the wealthy, they go out of their way to learn about tax strategies and apply that knowledge to their everyday lives. They understand that investing in tax literacy isn't just about saving money. It's about building long-term financial resilience. In short, once you learn how to optimize your taxes, you'll find yourself holding on to more of your hard-earned money. That gives you greater freedom to focus on investing and growing your wealth, without watching large portions of it slip away to unnecessary taxes. Don't let taxes be a barrier. Turn them into a powerful tool to preserve and expand your wealth over time. 12. Persistence and consistency. Wealth isn't something you stumble into overnight. It's a long journey, one that demands persistence, consistency, and above all, patience in executing your financial strategies. If you're not willing to dedicate time and energy to managing your personal finances, achieving lasting wealth will remain out of reach. Look at Elon Musk, founder of Tesla and SpaceX, one of the most visionary minds of our time. His path to success was anything but linear. In fact, Tesla nearly collapsed multiple times. But Musk persevered. He kept investing in technology, refining his strategies, and over time, transformed Tesla into one of the world's most valuable companies. His relentless persistence and consistency became the backbone of a success story few could have imagined. Persistence isn't just about working hard in the short term. It's about maintaining consistency in your commitment to long-term value. Warren Buffett, once again, stands as a shining example. He began investing at a very young age and never wavered from his core strategy, even over decades. While others chased trends or panicked during downturns, Buffett held firmly to his investment principles. He didn't chase quick wins. He searched for enduring opportunities. That discipline allowed him to build a financial empire that continues to command admiration today. One quote I hold close comes from John D. Rockefeller, founder of Standard Oil. "It's not about how much money you make. It's about how much you keep." Success in personal finance is a long-term process that demands perseverance and unwavering commitment to sound financial principles, especially when you're facing setbacks and uncertainty. Persistence means you don't give up when things get hard. Consistency means you stay the course even when progress feels slow or invisible. Remember, the key to success is never giving up. When you feel tired or discouraged, think of figures like Elon Musk and Warren Buffett. People who faced countless challenges and setbacks, but still reached unimaginable heights simply by showing up again and again with grit and focus. So be persistent in your financial strategy, whether it's investing, saving, or building multiple income streams. Stay the course. With patience and unwavering effort, the results will come. With these enduring strategies and financial principles, I truly believe you can build a strong financial foundation and move toward the freedom you seek. Stay persistent, stay consistent, and protect your wealth with wisdom, and you'll find success quietly, but inevitably, making its way to your door. In the end, what we need to remember is that true wealth isn't just about money. That's right. It's not just the numbers in your bank account or the material possessions that surround you. Real wealth is freedom. The freedom to live on your own terms, unburdened by social pressure or the constant need to prove yourself. When we look at people like Oprah Winfrey or Steve Jobs, we don't just see wealth or fame. What we truly see are individuals who dare to choose their own path. No matter how many challenges they faced, they stayed true to their ideals and their decisions. Oprah, who built a media empire from nothing, didn't just succeed financially. She gained the freedom to create content that inspired millions. She never had to prove herself. She never had to live by the rules society tried to impose on her. It was this freedom, both spiritual and financial, that allowed her to live a fulfilled, deeply influential life. Likewise, Steve Jobs was more than a founder. He built Apple on a fierce belief that products should transform lives, not just generate profit. Throughout his career, he lived authentically, never caving to public opinion. He didn't flaunt his wealth. He focused on innovation and impact. So, if you want to live freely, unshackled by societal expectations, you have to start today. It's not just about money. It's about achieving both financial freedom and inner freedom. You can get there if you begin applying the right financial strategies with discipline and consistency. So, what strategy will you begin with? Will you choose automatic saving, asset investment, or building multiple income streams to reach financial independence. Whatever step you take, it will become a solid foundation for your future. And if you want to continue on this journey, make sure to watch the next video. Together, we'll master the financial game, not just to gain wealth, but to win the freedom to live life on your own terms. So here we are, having traveled an inspiring journey about building wealth without the need to show off, about reaching financial independence while protecting your peace of mind. The real lesson here isn't just about money. It's about how we live, the choices we make, and the quiet yet powerful persistence we carry through it all. Thank you so much for watching and spending your precious time with us. We deeply appreciate your support. If you have your own inspirational story, don't hesitate to share it with us. We're truly looking forward to growing and learning together through more of life's valuable lessons. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and leave your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear your perspective on these strategies and how you're putting them into practice. Subscribe so you won't miss any of our future videos. Remember, this journey never really ends, and we'll always be right here with you. See you in the next video.